day to viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange for British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. And as you know, I bought quite a lot of records, despite being banned, from the 4th Roger Thorne sale. And here is one of them, Broadcast 8-inch, How to Improve Your Cricket by Jack Hobbs, and underneath, the famous cricketers, if we didn't know. Number 392, here we go. I'll turn over halfway through.
English cricket has had many self-made batsmen, but my own view is that no young player is ever any the worse for having his faults pointed out to him and being put at once on the right road to correct them. To begin at the beginning, it is a mistake to hold the bat with the hands too far apart. The hands should be fairly close together and the batsman should take up a comfortable stance. There is no cut and dried stance for every batsman. So long as he has his left shoulder presented to the bowler and feels thoroughly comfortable on his feet, the young player's stance will be correct. The feet play a great part in the art of batsmanship. It is not too much to say that the success of almost every stroke is based on correct footwork. When waiting for the delivery, the batsman should stand easily with his weight equally distributed on both feet, for only thus can he be sure that he will, with promptitude and facility, make the movements necessary to meet every sort of ball in the best possible way. In preparing for his stroke, the batsman should bring his bat back as straight as possible towards the right shoulder. It is a common fault, and a fault to be avoided, to incline the bat towards point. It is also a fault, all too common among boys when completing the stroke, to let the bat go over the left shoulder. After being drawn back, the bat should be brought straight down, pendulum fashion, and the batsman should follow through with the stroke. Also, when the bat meets the ball, the left wrist is the part of the hands which should be nearest the bowler. This ensures that the stroke will not be uppish, and it is the whole secret of the first-class player's ability to keep the ball on the floor, which is the despair of so many. You want to watch the ball up to the last moment of impact with the bat. This is easily done, but how many boys can say after a stroke to a well-pitched up ball that he saw the ball until he played it? Yet this can be acquired with practice. Also, always have your eye on the bowler until the ball is delivered, so that you may find out which way he is trying to spin it. When driving, get your left foot as near to the pitch of the ball as possible, and to put power behind your stroke, get your body well over the ball and come right through with the bat as already described. When playing back, take full advantage of the space between the batting crease and the wicket and move your feet back. This gives you a longer sight of the ball and a better chance to play it. Never step away from the wicket on the leg side. This is a very bad fault. But when playing back to a ball that pitches outside the off stump, you must go over with your right foot. This enables you to play a straight bat, and your leg will also be guarding the wicket in case of the ball turning.
Right underside too. That bloke kept dropping his H's. Dear oh dear.
The cut is a most useful stroke, but it has dangers more than most. I am always inclined to advise a youngster never to attempt the cut until he has scored about 20 runs. Never, in fact, until he has got the pace of the wicket. The cut should be made in a downward direction to force the ball away along the ground. With the stroke made in this fashion, a mishit is less likely to give a chance to the fielders. The common fault is to cut uppishly. Footwork is never more important than when playing to leg. The whole body may then have to be moved round and perhaps back to meet the ball with the middle of the bat. Unless the ball is well outside the leg stump, don't try to deflect it too finely. That is frequent cause of disaster. When taking a ball off the leg stump, the aim should be to place it just wide of mid-on. Get coaching wherever possible and seize every opportunity to get behind the nets to watch how good batsmen make their strokes. There is a lot to be learned that way. For instance, I can imagine that a youngster could not do better than watch Jack Honns as a demonstration of the virtue of the straight bat and the art of playing back. I have always considered the Middlesex batsman in these respects a picture book player. Again, we have no better exponent of the follow-through stroke than Frank Woolley, the Kent left-hander. Woolley is helped by his fine height and his perfect timing. Even when forced to play back to a short pitch ball, it is still possible to play it hard for runs. Don't be always content to let it hit the bat. I have seen Frank Woolley play back and still force a ball to the boundary. Always practice on a good wicket. No benefit is derived from practicing correct strokes when the ball is doing something it should not, and which it was never intended by the bowler it should. Practice wickets should be as good as match wickets. Don't accept the view of many clubs that anything will do for practice. Immediately after a stroke, call to your partner, yes or no, and when at the bowler's end, always back up. This gives you 2 or 3 yards start of the striker and finds you always ready to respond with safety to any call for a run. Get a bat that is entirely suitable to you in weight and balance and take care of it. Be sure to be well spiked, otherwise your movements will not be as quick as they might be, and rapidity of movement will at times be vital to your innings. Spikes sometimes refuse to grip the hard Australian wickets, and I have found this a great handicap, not to mention the difficulty of getting power behind the strokes. If you find that a certain stroke is getting you out frequently, get someone to bowl so that you can practice that stroke. If you cannot master it, drop it altogether. Do not sit in the pavilion waiting for your knock. Go out and get accustomed to the light. In brief, I stress footwork, watching the ball, the straight back, and getting the left foot as near the pitch of the ball as possible, and in conclusion, keep fit.
Well, very true, and of course he does stress the importance, viewers, of playing a straight bat, and that in life is the best thing one can do. Thank you, viewers, and goodbye.